Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. If you guys are new to our channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also that little bell so you guys are notified when we post and make new uploads. Today, we will be answering really deep relationship questions. You ready to get deep?
I'm ready to get deep.
We actually have a whole game where it's literally called Let's Get Deep. I guess it's questions for couples. Well, I don't know what they're gonna ask, but I know there'd be probably good questions, so.
Probably good, really good questions, yeah.
Yeah, are you ready?
But it would be kind of cool if like you started dating someone. That would be a great way to like play this game.
Yeah, if you first started dating, this would definitely be cool because you could definitely like learn a lot more about your partner. But I mean, we're like 5 years into it, but I'm sure we can still learn new things.
5 years into it.
We can still learn, right? Been together for a long time. Huh.
This is...
You can still stand me?
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
Sometimes you be irking me though.
Sometimes you be irking me though.
Okay, but you're still here.
And you still here.
Alright.
There's actually 3 levels to these questions. So there's the icebreaker level, there's the deep level, and then there is the deeper level. So we're gonna start off with like an icebreaker, something probably light. And we don't wanna make this boring for you guys. So we're gonna go from like an icebreaker, maybe like a deep one, then we go straight deep. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, let's just get straight into
nervous.
it. We are gonna start off with an icebreaker question. These are probably something that are like super light, super light. You play the game until you feel you've reached a new level of your relationship, and above all, remember to have fun. You gonna go first? These are just icebreaker.
So the question is, would you rather be able to fly or be invisible, and why?
I think I'd rather be able to fly because I've always wanted to be able to fly. Fly like a bird, I wanna fly away.
Yeah.
That's me.
Okay.
Okay.
Mine is also fly, because who doesn't want to fly? Who wouldn't want to fly? Like, I can be like, let me go to the grocery store, let me just fly.
Exactly. And then when you want to go on a trip, you don't even have to go on the airplane. You could just fly there.
Well, that'd be a lot of energy, huh?
But if you can fly, it's not like you don't know how to fly and conserve your energy. I'm sure once you're tired, you just drop.
Just drop. But what's in the ocean? You're
That's something we gotta think about. What is the last thing you do before bed?
looking at my phone, charging it, putting it in the charger.
That's probably the very last thing, huh?
Yeah, because I'm like, let me make sure I plug it in and I go to sleep.
I think the last thing you do before you really go to sleep is obviously plugging your phone and then you set it down. You're like, I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, you're
like
done.
for sure.
Yeah.
Like when you're done. And then that's the last thing.
Yeah. Would you say the same thing then?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything that we answer is pretty similar.
Yeah. It's probably because we honestly do think alike a lot. We like the same things, but at the same time we're really different. So it just depends.
That was the icebreaker ones. Those are pretty, I'm gonna be real. If I was watching this, I'd be like, okay, that's not even deep. So we're gonna take it to the deep level. Why is the deep section so like big?
I know, it's mad.
Look.
No, the deeper ones low key the same.
They're about equal. Okay, these are deep, so go ahead. It's you, right?
Yep.
Wait, is it you or me?
It's me. You drew the last one.
Oh, yeah, you're right, okay. So this video today is sponsored by Ritual. Even with the perfect diet, it can be hard to get the key nutrients you need in your diet on a daily basis.
And Ritual helps people fill in those gaps in their diet.
So it's really easy, guys. You take 2 easy to take capsules daily that provide over 9 to 10 nutrients with no fillers, colorants, or additives. This helps you to know exactly what's going into your body. So me and Carla choose to take Ritual because it allows us to supplement our diet even with a busy schedule. Sometimes it's hard to make sure that we eat properly, especially when we're working a lot. So Ritual allows us to make sure we get all the nutrients that we need that are hard to get in our diet.
So Ritual is a brand we trust because of their transparency when it comes to the ingredients they use and why.
So what's cool is that you guys can see exactly where they source their nutrients, and you guys can also see their environmental impact as well. So for you guys that don't know, Ritual is the obsessively researched multivitamin that provides vitamins for everyone. These are vegan friendly, non-GMO, gluten-free, allergen-free, and contain no added sugar.
In a clinical study, Essential for Women multivitamin 18 plus was shown to increase levels of vitamin D over 12 weeks. They also offer a 50 plus multivitamin prenatal, postnatal, and also teen vitamins.
So Ritual also offers a delivered to your door subscription, and they also just dropped their Essentials protein. So there's plenty of options for you guys to choose from. So we want to encourage you guys to try Ritual. They're actually offering 10% off your first 3 months. All you guys have to do is go to ritual.com/KBANDKARLA. Also make sure you use our code KBANDKARLA at checkout and you're good to go. All this information will actually be down there in the description as well. until then, let's get back to the video.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you pick?
Is it right now, or is it like in the future? Is it in the past?
You get
so
to pick.
Right now, I think anywhere in the world I would live exactly where we live at. Maybe not LA, but like California, period. We come from like cold, rainy places. Like I'm from Oregon, you're from Pennsylvania. And coming here is like a new life. Like it's so sunny and it's so like, there's so much to do. There's always like something going on. Like it's annoying to have traffic and stuff, but like it's never boring.
Yeah.
At the point in our lives that we're at right now, I think it's perfect for what
we do.
The track that we're on right now. Yeah.
I'm gonna take this question more like literal, like not literal, but like more like
what's your dream place? What's your dream place to live?
Yeah, okay. Like I would be like, oh no, doesn't matter what we do, work. We have a lot of money. Okay, so if anywhere you could live, where? Laws and stuff, like obviously you have to think about stuff like that. But without thinking about that, I think the place I would like live is like Spain. Like I would live somewhere like in Spain, because like I'm already like, I know Spanish. I just love like the European like culture. I don't know, I just like their living style. Like it's just so different from here. So that's somewhere I would probably live. I mean, that's still a possibility. I think you can take that question and make it whatever you want. Yeah. Like you can apply that to like now, your dream place. But we've already talked about like we would want to live overseas, or like we want to live somewhere for like a year. And then come back. That would be dope. Which family member of yours do you think I would get along with best, and why? Person you would probably get along with the most, like talking about people in Mexico and stuff like that, it would probably be my uncles in Mexico. And why? I don't know, they would want to teach you about the culture, and like you would just want to do it, and they'd be like, oh, let's go horseback riding. Oh, do you want to go do this? Do you want to go to the rancho? Like it would just be a new environment for you, and I feel like you would enjoy just to like be in that. Just like experience just Mexico in general. I feel like that would be fun. They'll probably make jokes. Maybe it'll happen one day. You never know. Oh, yeah, I hope so. I would say like my sister's very talkative, so you already talked to her. Yeah, my sister's very extroverted, so she's very easy to talk to. Like she always has something to talk about. Like she can keep the conversation going. She'll ask you things. So I feel like my little sister, yeah, for sure would be the easiest to get along with you the best. Yeah. Which we already know. Yeah. Should we just stick to the deeper, since we already are like deep in the relationship? Like it's not like, might as well. We're not just, this ain't the first time we talk. Let's just go to the deeper. Yeah, let's go to the deeper. Because these ones aren't even that deep. So the question is, what 3 words would you use to describe yourself? Quiet. Handsome. And intelligent. Okay. Quiet, handsome, and intelligent. That's a good combo right there. Good combo. That sounds good to me. I don't know. That's what I would say. 3 words that would describe me, or I would describe myself. Creative. Kind. Okay. Okay. And spicy. There you go. Even it out. Yeah, I was gonna say, you're kind, but I said I'm evening it, but I am kind. But you know, if you hit the wrong nerve, that's just what it is. When will you have, in quotes, made it in your eyes? I think for me personally, would probably be buying my mom a house. That's something I've always wanted to do as like a kid. I can't believe I did this, I made it. And even though it's for her, but it's in my opinion, it's like I made it for her. I think the thing that I would say I've made it in my eyes would be like, I'm able to like provide for like my whole family, like, or my whole immediate family at least. I could say like, okay, you could retire, or like you can not worry about like having to go to work. Yeah. I think that's just something that like I would want them to not have to worry about, because our parents are getting older. Yeah. I feel like they should be able to enjoy their life the way that we kind of get to do it. We help them, but I feel like we're not at a point where we can just spend, we can't buy grandma house, mama house, uncle house, sister car. Like we're not at that point where we can do that. So there's that, but I feel like also there's a side of it where I feel like from where we started, we already kind of have made it in my own eyes. I feel like the goals that I had when I was like in high school, and I was thinking like, okay, when I'm out of school, like when I graduate, like where can I see myself? You know, they ask you like in 5 years, like where do you see yourself? When we wake up and we look at what we do and what we have, it's like, okay, I've definitely made it. Even though like we have a mindset of we want to do more, we want to
travel more, have more, do more. Like, we have to understand that we're also really blessed. So I think there's a mixture of, we've already are kind of there.
Yeah.
But the reason why we're there is because we always strive to have more.
To have more.
And that's what it is, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's just something coming from like a place where you don't have a lot. Like, you want to just take care of your mom.
Take care of your family.
And take care of your family. So you're already on the way.
Yeah, I'm on the way. Yeah.
But there's always more we can do.
Yeah.
But we're thankful for what we have.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, we get what we're saying.
Yeah. If you could change one thing about your childhood, what would you change and why?
If I could change one thing about my childhood, I would say I would just try to be more outgoing and like more willing to take risks and do what I want to do for me instead of doing it for other people. Okay. I think I grew up and they always told me like, oh, you're gonna be tall. Like, so if you don't use your height to your advantage, you're just like a waste of everybody's time and effort. Yeah. So it made me feel bad, like, where my parents are paying for like basketball tournaments and all this stuff, and they're putting so much energy and time into it, and I'm putting my own time into it. All athletes can kind of relate. Like, when you play a sport, you got to put hella energy into it.
Yeah.
If I could have put that energy into what I actually really love and I'm passionate about, then who knows where like I could be with my actual passions. Yeah. Because obviously now I still play basketball, but I don't really care. Like, it's not my life.
Yeah, I was saying like your passion.
You know, I just wish I had the confidence to tell my parents like, no, this is what I love. Like, this is what I really want to do. And I kind of did that when I was already growing up. But yeah.
So I think one thing I would change about my childhood trauma, everyone goes through some type of something in their childhood.
And you don't deserve it.
And I feel like as a child, an innocent child, you just don't deserve certain things, and like you should never be able to do that. So I think that would be one of the situations. But at the same time, I don't know, it made me look at life completely different.
It's hard to say what you want to change, because then it would have a butterfly effect and change everything now.
Yeah, I do believe that.
You might be on a whole different path right now than you were then. So yeah. That was a deep question.
That was a pretty deep question.
These are deep questions that I feel like when we ask our followers like to ask us, it's like, what's your body count?
Yeah.
It's like, bro, that is not that deep. You know what I mean?
These are like deep questions.
These are deep. If you could choose how you die, would you? What would you choose? If you could, would you? Because you could say, I don't want to choose. But if you did choose, how would you die?
Okay. In my sleep, just painless.
If I could choose how I would go, I feel like I don't like saying this because I feel like what you say, like you put it out in the universe and somehow it comes to you, like it comes that way. Like when rappers say like, I feel like I'm gonna die, like, somebody's gonna do something to me.
Yeah, I just wouldn't want to go through a trauma.
Then I feel like when you say it, it happens. So like it's hard for me to say what I would want to happen, but I would say painless, not long stretched out, like I'm just slowly going out. I would rather not.
Yeah.
I would rather not. But I don't want that to happen though. Yeah, it's like weird. I don't like this question. We don't want to think about that. That's deep though. Yeah. That's deep. If you guys like this video, comment down below if you think it's good so that we can feel like it's something that you like. Yeah. It helps you really get to know us a little bit better than you would.
All right, so the question is, what are your parents' or family's opinion about having kids?
At first, my mom was like, you know, I was younger. She's like, okay, just be smart. Basically, that means don't have any kids right now. Right. But now that I'm at this point and she's met you and she's getting older, she's like, I'm ready to go. And they're excited. So like, I think when that day happens, it'll be really cool. Mine,
like, obviously when you're a kid, my mom was so strict on me about obviously not getting knocked up. A lot of kids, like even in my school or even like around me, were getting pregnant like super early. My mom would literally get traumatized by the show 16 and Pregnant. No boys allowed, nothing like that. Now that I'm older, obviously I'm in a relationship. If we were to have a child, we would be good. Like we would be great. We would be good to go. But she's also just like, you know, like I'm not pressuring you. Obviously I want to be a grandma, and whenever that time comes, you guys need to be ready. Like, you know, you travel, you did all of everything you wanted, because she always tells me like once a kid comes into your guys' life, your life completely changes.
Basically, both of our parents are like, when y'all are ready, we're ready. Yeah. So when that day comes,
it's so excited to take care of her kids though. She always mentions it every single time. She's
I think that's every mom when they're older.
Spanish, they're gonna be, I'm like, oh, I already know. They're already like, she's so extra with my dogs, and these are just my dogs. So I can't imagine it.
It's gonna be fun. Between us, who makes more of the decisions?
One thing about Cayman is that
what?
I don't want to make excuses, because one thing about Cayman is that he is very smart. That's one thing I'll give it to him. Like, he is very well educated. Like, he'll do his research, he'll do everything to basically have the easiest transition and the most, he's just very smart with that. Me, I'm like, I don't know what the to do. I'm stressed out. I'm over here crying. I don't know what's going on, and I'm just like a hot mess. I do leave the bigger things to him. He's just easier with that situation. Or like, even if it's my personal stuff and I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do. What should I do? He's always there to be like, okay, like, let's figure this out. Stop stressing out, and we're gonna do this. So yes.
I say we both equally make decisions, but I would say I would say that I make most of the big decisions, yes.
Yeah.
But there's things that you do that completely balance out everything that I do.
So the question is, describe a time when you could have listened to your partner better.
Describe a time where I could have listened to Karla better. You know, I don't think there's any time, no, I'm playing. I don't have a lot of emotional availability like in my body. Like, for some reason, I'm just not built like that. So I think as a whole, I could listen to her more when she's expressing how she feels instead of me just saying like, okay, you're good, you're all right. Because there's a part of me that wants to just make it better, but there's a part of me that has to like listen to her and make sure that I understand why she feels the way she feels.
A time that I could have listened to you better?
All the time?
No. Okay, this is the only thing. It's kind of annoying, but I'm the type of person that if like you tell me something
She does the opposite.
I will do the opposite on purpose. I don't know why, but like I've been like this since I was a kid.
They're gonna be in
the
comments, they're gonna be like, that's Aquarius energy or something.
Probably, but I do this tendency, and I'm like, I actually do hate it, because I'm like, if I would just fucking listen and just shut my mouth, but I know, I just want to do the opposite, and you know, until it's proven to me, then I'll be like, oh, you know what, you were right. So I feel like I have gotten better. I try to just like be there and just listen to him, to what he has to say, because I know it's for my own good. It's not to like be like controlling or trying to, he's just basically telling me like, hey, if you just do this, it'll probably, you'll get it done faster, or you'll be more ahead of the game, or whatever the situation is.
I value the fact that you're confident in making your own decisions, but I just try to offer up what I think could be best, because I know you, and like I have your best interests at heart, just like you have my best interests at heart.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that we both go against each other. Sometimes she'll tell me something, I'm like, I ain't listen to this girl.
You do that.
I listen to this little girl. I know what I'm talking about. And you be like, I'm gonna listen to this man.
Yeah.
He over here trying to tell me what to do.
But
you're not a pushover. And I'm not a pushover either.
Yeah.
I'm nice, but we both not pushovers. Like,
that's for sure.
The thing about me and Karla is that we can match each other's energy. It balances out because it's not like one overpowers the other. We both bring that fieriness to the table when we have to. That's
your Aries coming in. My rising is a Taurus, so it's just like fire and fire. I mean, I don't know if Taurus is a fire sign. I have no idea.
This one says, describe the moment you realized you had fallen in love with your partner. Describe it in detail, movie style.
I knew I was falling in love with him because there was this particular time when you came like the day before Christmas for one day, like one night. He literally flew from Oregon to LA. I was about to leave because the next day, like I had to go to my family to Pennsylvania, and obviously he had to stay in Oregon. I'm seeing you before Christmas, and we're gonna see each other before Christmas. This is when we first started dating. This is the second time I've ever met this man. The first time, I'm gonna be honest, I was so sad that he left. I was over here crying. I was a drama queen. Mind you, this was the first time I ever met him. So the second time, I was like, wow, like, he really cares about me. He made it like this whole thing, like for us to basically spend time with each other on Christmas, even though it wasn't the day of Christmas. But I think we did exchange some type of gifts. We did. And it was like our second time seeing each other. So that's
the second time you saw me in person, you was like, yep, that's it. I told you how it was gonna go down. I told her she was gonna fall in love with me. I was like, okay, because it was the things you did that made me fall in love with you. So that was definitely something. Nobody would just be like, okay, the day before, I'm gonna just fly, and for a couple hours I'm gonna fly back just because I want to see you. That was just like, oh, he really cares about me. And then I was like, oh yeah, he's definitely the one. And then obviously all the other times were like,
Valentine's Day, first Valentine's Day together, but you already know that.
I realized pretty early on that she was extremely serious about me. I don't know, it's like something about her being so persistent and like me feeling like she was allowing me to really connect with her. When I came to see her, I felt like I just felt a connection that was deeper, and I felt like the moment that I left, like I always wanted to come back to see her. What?
Nothing.
Why are you so chipper over here?
I'm listening to your story.
She's like, I've been waiting for this story. We were long distance, so it wasn't like I could just go down the street and see her where she lived like 20 minutes away. Like I'd have to really spend money and like come see her. I don't think there's any other person on this world that I would have did that for if it wasn't for you, because I just wasn't doing that shit. Even like before coming for Christmas, I was like, something just told me like, I want to just come see you before Christmas. So that's what I wanted to do. I don't think there's a set like, I'm just sitting in like a moment and I said like, oh, I'm falling in love with her. I think it just grew organically and it grew the way it was supposed to. And it was really early on. It wasn't like I'm saying I fell in love like 2 years later. It was like literally from the moment I met you, like from then on I kept coming, because every time I came out here, where obviously LA where she lived, it's like I stayed longer and longer and longer. So it really was just a matter of our relationship just growing like every time I was coming. And so I realized that the moment that I left, it just felt like I was completely like missing a part of like what I really wanted to be around and like really needed to have. So that's when I knew. It wasn't like a, oh, I'm lonely thing. It's more so like, okay, I feel like, you know, I'm a weird person and it takes a lot to understand me. I don't talk a lot, so it's hard for me in the beginning to kind of express how I feel, but I think she understood me more than anybody. So that's when I knew. We've been allowed to spend so much time together, I think more than like a regular couple, and I would say that has to like spend more time going to work all day and having all these other tasks. We have the ability to do everything together and really, really, really see each other. And I think we've accepted that, and we're like yin and yang. Whenever I used to go home and sleep in the bed, I used to literally not be able to sleep. Like I used to be like, oh, it just don't hit the same. It don't. Nothing hits the same. Going to even like just to Target, you know, like when you don't have your person, it just doesn't feel right. You be feeling like, damn, I'm just sad. Like this is not the same. So I think just having the ability to share everything you do with the person you love, like we've documented like the past 4 years of a lot of shit that we've done, a lot that we haven't. It's just so dope that we get to do that. So yeah. That's it. All right.
So cute.
All right, guys, so that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked it, don't forget to leave a thumbs up down there. But I feel like this allows you to really get to know us a little bit better than like the questions that we usually answer, like about body count and, oh, what did this girl say? Was she in your DM? Was he in your DM? It's just like a little bit of a different video. So if you liked it, let us know in the comments. Those are good questions. I feel like it does help us learn a little bit more, because like you get to hear the other person say how they feel about certain things. Let us know in the comments if you guys like that, guys. You can also ask us questions that you've always wanted to know about us or our relationship or our lives as well. For now, I'm a little bit hungry and I'm ready to eat. So we're gonna end this video. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit that like button, and we'll see you next time for the bangers.